In 2000, when my attempts were over, so for me it was the end of everything. Because I always say in the class, because we belong to a middle class, and for middle class, other than bureaucracy means begging. You will always live a depressed life. Depressed. Because wherever you will go, although it is capitalism in India, but then also along with capitalism, the fever of aristocracy is not down in India. For example, you go to Max Hospital. Now it's a capitalist hospital. Fine, you have the money, they will give you all the services. But along with capitalism, if you are SP City of Noida, so they will immediately put a crown on your head. You are getting the point? It's a period of capitalism. If you have money, you can purchase everything except two. One is life, other is feeling. You can purchase people, you cannot purchase feeling. So if you give the ad, I am in need of mother, and I will pay that lady who will become my mother 50 crores. So next day, thousands of ladies will be in front of your house. One thing will be missing: feeling. That is why money is also called as illusion. Money can purchase everything except two, which is only the monopoly of Almighty, Allah, God, whatever you call. One is life, it's His mercy, and second is feeling. Like Zafar Sahab expressed his feeling. I cannot pay for it. There is no money, there is no amount to pay for this feeling. This is what you achieve, not earn. Money I have already taken. अब ये कहानी शुरू कहाँ से हुई? So when you lose Japanese history, I have already. I'll do it today. I'll finish two more headings. But before that, I'll share something with you which is very important, which I was doing right from the very beginning, because I knew very well that 99% of you in the class, if I say 100, it will not be exaggeration. Malik is not, God is not biased to anyone. You all are talented. All. IS is a very small thing. I am planning to conquer. IS is very small. But the only thing which you require is a proper guidance. Ambedkar is great. Reason? Guidance. Shivaji is great. Reason? Guidance. Who is the main man behind Dr. Ambedkar? His teacher, Avadh. Read about him. And by chance, Avadh was a Brahmin. Avadh, the man who taught him self-discipline, was a Brahmin. And throughout the life, he mentioned his name. That is why he always says, I have no hatred against Brahmins. I have hatred against Brahminism. And the problem in Hindu society is, upper caste does not understand certain things. If reservation is an injustice for you, then caste system is an injustice for lower caste. Why don't you see the things from both the sides? The day upper caste of India will understand this thing. If reservation is injustice for me, then caste system is an injustice for lower caste. And the day upper caste will stand up against caste system, lower caste will stand up against reservation. You do it as an experiment. If it doesn't happen, whatever, you just do it. All the upper caste stand up against caste system. It's a dream basically, utopia. It will never happen possibly. But if one thing is injustice for you, then another thing is injustice for the other party also. Fight for both the injustice. Injustice means injustice. Then why we lose? We all have potential. Why we lose? We lose because there are certain basic things we don't understand. Gita, Bible, Quran. These are the Granth. These are the books if you understand any one line. Gita tells about what? Mahabharata. What is Mahabharata? The inner conflict in us. What is that inner conflict? Please pay attention. Possibly, thank you for all these things. I will never be able to pay for it. But then, whenever you will need me, possibly I will be there. Cannot assure anything. आप 31st दिसंबर को कसम खाते हैं. You take the oath on 31st December. कि from tomorrow I will not smoke. I am quitting smoking. Why don't you take the oath कि from tomorrow I will not study, and then you study throughout the year? Why you take the oath कि I will quit from tomorrow, and you are afraid from inside? You have taken oath, but it will not happen. And by chance 1st January is crossed, the 2nd January, morning, noon, evening, one will come in the mouth. And your mind will give such a good defense to you. Just imagine why you don't take a oath from tomorrow, I will not offer any namaz, and then you regularly offer the namaz for entire year. Has this ever happened to you? आपने कहा मैं अब नमाज पढ़ने कभी नहीं लगूंगा, और फिर आप जबरदस्ती अगर नमाज पढ़ लें. ये आपके साथ नहीं होता, आपके साथ उल्टा होता. आप कहते हो मैं शराब नहीं पीऊंगा, खत्म बस. अब मैं किसी लड़की को देखूं. I will not see any girl, I will not see any boy. Sir, this is not in your control. What is evil? Now Gita says Mahabharata. See the word Mahabharata. War. Whatever thing is related to your senses is very powerful. The soul, you don't know. The first thing a human being sees in his life is sense. He hears about soul. बहुत बड़ा फॉर्मूला, कुरान में यही फॉर्मूला है. बाइबल, कुरान, गीता. That is why you will never see me speaking against any religion. इसीलिए मुसलमान इतने महान बने थे. पूरी दुनिया पे कब्जा किया उन्होंने. जो इस फॉर्मूला को समझ जाएगा ना, महाभारत. Anything which is related to senses, sex, is very powerful. Smoking, anything, you take anything which is related to senses is very powerful, because it gets the strength of sense. Anything which is related to soul, prayer. You don't have the urge to go for prayer. You are forced. You are getting my point? You are getting my point? There are certain things for which you don't have an urge. Prayer is one of them. Studying, second thing. Studying is not related to your senses. आपने कभी सोचा कि जितनी नेगेटिव चीजें हैं उनमें पावर बहुत है, इसमें पावर बहुत है. It's related to your sense. It's not related to your soul. And we have initially seen what? Sense. We hear about soul. My mother-in-law suffers from diabetes. Rice, potato, sugar is restricted, banned. Restriction is a small word. Banned. So when she comes to my house, she says to my daughters, "Beta, please, a bowl of rice. Let's hide and pray." She cannot suppress one sense, tongue. You imagine the process in which 5 senses are involved. How it is possible to suppress that thing? And then you teach the philosophy of morality. You teach the principle of transformation. You are getting my point? Religion teaches today you see 80% people are living a pseudo life. Pseudo. They are fighting. Mahabharata is going on. They are fighting inside. Everyone is suffering from this Mahabharata. Inner conflict. पर मजेदार बात यह है कि if sex would have been a cause of happiness, then the most happiest section in the world would have been prostitutes. Now correlate. But if you ever get the chance to meet a prostitute, she will lie down on your feet. She will say to you, कि madam, या भैया, please take me out of the cell. I will be a slave in your house. I will wipe the floor throughout my life, but please take me out of the cell. Observation. You are getting what I am saying? Now sex is very powerful. How to handle? 2 ways are there. First way, Freud. Open it. Second is Vivekananda. Transform it. Swami Vivekananda. Swami means what? Master of senses. Have you ever heard Vivekananda speaking against Islam? No. Because his guru was the only man who proved that Islamic path is a correct path. Go and read about him. Have you ever heard Vivekananda speaking against Christianity? No. Never. Because his guru is the only saint in the world who has experimented by all the paths given by every religion. Ramakrishna Paramahansa. You think anything, your food, your psychicness for food. If your tongue is active, you can do anything for food. You are sleeping, deep sleep, 2 o'clock. And then a person comes and says to you, you were tired at 9 p.m., you slept, and you are in a deep sleep. And then a person comes, and you get up immediately. Eyes are open, you are fresh. You are fresh. But if the person comes and says, get up, रोजा शुरू हो रहा है, तहज्जुद की नमाज पढ़ना है, you will say, अरे यार, क्या है? वाली पढ़ लेंगे, फर्स्ट भी पढ़ लेंगे. तहज्जुद सभी थोड़ी पढ़ते हैं, औरंगजेब पढ़ता था बस और क्या? सब नहीं पढ़ पाते हो, फरिश्ते पढ़ते हैं. This is not related to your sense. These things are related to your soul. And by namaz, prayer, worship, if you get a right person to teach you this, you will connect yourself with the soul. And the moment you will connect yourself with the soul, chariot is what? Body. Horses, senses. Lagam, string. Who's holding the lagam of Arjun's chariot? Krishna. Who's Krishna? Soul. Who's Arjun? You and me. Common people. And the moment that lagam of his chariot comes into the hand of Krishna, he wins Mahabharata. This is the message of Gita. Till this senses are in the command of Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra is blind. Mind is blind. Possibility is you must be committing one mistake repeatedly and every time you feel guilty. अब नहीं करेंगे, तुम आगे से नहीं करेंगे. But after 2-3 days, your mind again prepares you. कुछ नहीं कर ले, पूरी दुनिया कर दी, अब गूगल नहीं खोलेगी। Fresh. According to the new data report, India has got the first rank. We should be very proud of it. At least somewhere we got the first rank. नहीं तो मिला हमें फर्स्ट रैंक। और अगर इस क्लास में पूछा जाए कि कितने लोग ब्लू साइड देखते हैं, सब मना कर देंगे। मुझे छोड़ दे। सब मना कर देंगे। अरे आप मुझे ऐसा पूछो तो कौन देखता है? Then how we got first rank? अकेले मेरे बल पे। सर आप नहीं डिनाई कर सकते उसे, इट्स रिलेटेड टू योर सेंसेस। और धृतराष्ट्र का माइंड इज ब्लाइंड, पूरी रात आप जियो तो जियो आ गए, पूरी रात देख रहे, पढ़ाई मन देख रहे। धृतराष्ट्र अंधा है माइंड, उसकी बीवी भी अंधी है, गंधारी। Who's गंधारी? Senses. Dhritarashtra's mind. Mind is blind. His wife is also blind, गंधारी। और दो अंधों का बेटा दुर्योधन। देखो कितना बदतमीज है। If you are guided by two blind, your mind and senses, कि सर हम नहीं कंट्रोल कर पा रहे हैं, हम खाते रहते हैं सर। All those people who have a habit of eating, when they suffer from diabetes, their life becomes hell. Because in diabetes, you are restrained from eating. कि हवा पियो, बाबा नाक से कराता है, मुंह से बाहर खड़े रहो और फोटोसिंथेसिस किया करो। सूर्य नमस्कार मतलब फोटोसिंथेसिस, डायरेक्टली गेटिंग द एनर्जी फ्रॉम सन। अब डायबिटीज हो गई है, अब चिकन मत खाना, अब सिर्फ सूर्य नमस्कार से मुंह खोल के खड़े हो जाओ। The rays will go inside, 10% of the energy will be converted into food. सर इसलिए रिलीजन बने थे, ये फॉर्मूला मोहम्मद को पता चला, उन्होंने अपने लोगों को सिखाया, उन्होंने अपने लोगों को सोल से जोड़ा, नफ्स पे कब्ज जीत दिलाई, जिहाद किया उन्होंने। किसके खिलाफ? इस शैतान के खिलाफ, इब्लीस। अपने लोगों को नफ्स पे जीत दिलाई, नफ्स पे। वो खुद अपने आप को जीते, फिर उन्होंने पूरी दुनिया जीती। Because the person who can win himself can win the entire world. I have so many Muslim friends. They say to me, Inshallah, क्या? क्या? Inshallah, क्या? We'll occupy the world. अरे तुमको वापस जाना पड़ेगा, उसी तरह का आदमी तुम्हें फिर से चाहिए, मोहम्मद साहब जैसा, जो तुम्हें जोड़े, थ्योरेटिकल मुसलमान ना बनाए, हिंदू। तुम्हें फिर से वही चाहिए, कृष्ण, जो तुम्हें तुम्हारे सोल से जोड़े, so that these things should become powerful। कि रमजान शुरू हुआ और 3 बजे आंख खुली और कोई टेंशन नहीं, नमाज पढ़ना है, कोई स्ट्रेस नहीं, कोई पैनिकनेस नहीं। इसलिए all those people who are not connected to their soul, when they try to be good, they prove to be pseudo. इसलिए कभी-कभी आपको लगता होगा ना कि positivity is very weak. Pandavas, who are Pandavas? Positivity. They are very weak. Kauravas are negativity. They are very strong. Bhishma Pitama, Karna, Ashwatthama, Dronacharya. Duryodhana was having a team of Steve War. Matthew Hayden, Adam Gilchrist, Ricky Ponting, Mark Boas, Steve War, Andrew Simon, Michael Bevan. And in front of them, Bangladeshi team. But then also Arjun wins. Because he is connected to his soul. This is what you call meditation. I met a person in my life, by God's grace. I have done अच्छी चीज मैंने शायद कभी की होगी. And he taught me this philosophy. And he said to me, you have to go out and teach. अरे मैंने कहा मजाक कर रहा है. मैं फैजल को तुम पढ़ाने के लिए कह रहे हो. फैजल इसलिए नहीं मैं कर्नल हूँ. फैजल इसलिए कि शौक है. He said no. जाओ. कुछ नहीं बोल जाओ. अरे मैंने कहा 500 people will sit in front of me. बाहर हो जाओ कुछ बोल रहे गोली चल जाएगी क्लास में. And then from there starts the journey. 2002. The journey starts. 2002 to 2005 I was in Allahabad. 2005 I came to Delhi. I roamed in entire India. So I have to go out. America. Trump भाई. आजकल दुनिया में नेता शासन नहीं कर रहे भाई. पुतिन भाई, मोदी भाई, ट्रम्प भाई. सर आप जो है ना, आप इन बातों को समझ नहीं पा रहे हो शायद. गीता इज अ बुक ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. इसलिए तो कहता ना गीता पढ़ो, कुरान पढ़ो, ब्लेसिंग मिलेगी. कौन सी ब्लेसिंग? ये ब्लेसिंग. ये कहते कुरान पढ़ो ब्लेसिंग मिलेगी. तो लोग ऐसे ही पढ़ के रख देते हैं. पीपल पिक अप 20 साल से पढ़ रहे, कह रहे ब्लेसिंग मिली नहीं रही. मालिक हमसे नाराज. क्यों नाराज होगा? क्यों नाराज? वो किसी से नाराज नहीं. वो जानता है कि आपने जो गुनाह अगर किए हैं, गुनाह अजीम, तो अनजाने में किए, अंधेपन में किए. You were blind, then you did it. He will never be angry on you. The day you decide, I will change my path, I will make the connectivity, he will immediately hold your hand. Come. But till you will not move towards him, आप मुझसे बात नहीं करना चाहते, तो मैं कब तक आपको बुलाऊंगा? This was the thing which I was teaching you throughout this session. Francis Bacon, heard the name? Francis Bacon. He says, knowledge is the biggest weapon in this world. But knowledge should be based on observation and experiment. Your knowledge is based on underlining. Like for example, in the previous class, I told you, example I am giving, I am not going to take the class. Example, in the previous class, possibly I discussed that in 1894,